Good morning, ladies. Let's all welcome our speaker owner of UNU therapy firm and licensed therapist, Inka Perry.
Here are some symptoms and signs of mental health. I'm not going to read through them. I'll let you read through them. And I'm sure each one of us has experienced this at some time in our existence for one reason or another. Okay, that's the first part. Here's the second part. Like I said, none of these are just, out of the box. They're just things that happen to us on a regular basis,
Mhm.
but it can be a symptom of mental health. And here you have Matthew 6:27. Can any one of you, by worrying, add a single hour to your life? And that's one of the things we as women tend to do. We tend to worry, 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 worry. And what does it say? If you worry, don't pray.
Hmm.
If you pray, don't worry. But it's just in our nature to worry because we always think we can fix it. But can we as individuals fix anything without God on our side? So again, if you worry, don't pray and see how far that gets you. Now, you can prevent mental health conditions by taking steps to control your stress, increase your resilience, and boost your low self esteem. And these things will help keep your systems under control. Now, a lot of us do have low self esteem, whether we acknowledge it or not. But low self esteem doesn't necessarily mean you're putting yourself down all the time. Maybe you doubt always seems to creep in some form or fashion. That can bring about feelings of low self esteem because you're doing the comparison contrast. And we as women tend to do that quite a bit. It's like, well, her kids are like this, or her husband is this, or, you know, she's getting a promotion, whatever the case may be. We're bringing in doubt and doubting our own abilities, which can bring about some mental health stresses. Here's some tips. Pay attention to the warning signs. And that goes back to some of those signs and symptoms that I spoke about or that I showed you. If ever you are just feeling off, or you're just not feeling like yourself, that could be a sign that you're having some mental health issues. It doesn't mean you don't want it to prolong itself and become a mental health disorder, which would be something like depression, anxiety. You just feeling off. Like case in point, if you have a headache, you're just going to sit there and just let it keep hurting. No, you're going to do something about it. Same applies to your mental health. If you're feeling off, do something about it. Of course, get routine medical care because the mind does control the body. And when the mind is off, it can start to affect you physically. Like I said, you could have a headache. You're going to do something about it, but that headache could have come about from you stressing about something or you're worrying about something, and all of a sudden you got a headache, and then that headache could manifest itself into a potential stroke or heart attack. And we definitely don't want that. High blood pressure. Who among us does not have teetering high blood pressure? Then get help. That is the biggest thing. Like I said, it's not a sign of weakness. It's not a sign of low intelligence. It's not has nothing to do with social class. Get help. Now, when I say get help, don't go talk to somebody that's gonna co-sign whatever it is you're worrying about, because that's not gonna help. That's just gonna exacerbate the situation.
Mhm.
You need to get help either from a spiritual counselor or a mental health professional. Either way, you want think about this. When you seek help, you want to unburden yourself of whatever it is that's bothering you. So wouldn't you want to sit with someone that you what's the word I'm looking for? Basically, they have to listen to you.
Mm-hmm.
That would be a counselor, a psychiatrist, even like I said, a spiritual mentor. They listen to you and they let you talk it out before or not even giving advice. They just listen to you. And a lot of times we just want someone to listen to us. And by unburdening that, that will make you feel so much better, especially in the terms of deep breathing, like we just did before we started. You felt slightly lighter. So think about when you have the ability to go sit and unburden yourself with another individual that can't do anything but listen to you. Yes, you pay for it, but yeah, sometimes it's worth it because you need it. And of course, take good care of yourself. As women, we tend to forget to put ourselves first. We are sometimes not even on the list. So put yourself on your list first, then make your way to the top of the list. Because if you don't take care of yourself, you cannot take care of anyone else. As it said, you can't pour from an empty vessel. Thus, you need to make sure you refill on a regular basis. And Proverbs 13:10, where there is strife, there is pride, but wisdom is found in those who take advice. Thank you very much.
Yinka, thank you for letting us know the importance of taking care of ourselves so we can continue to pour into others. If you are needing a Christian therapist, be sure to visit Yinka at https://opdsites.com/uniou/.